Tracy Patton, and this is New Media Tea Time with the fabulous.
I didn't even know we were starting. We were talking about.
So let's start again.
Okay.
I kind of like that we were in the middle of stuff.
That's
You know what? We're going to just keep going. This, as I said, this is New Media Tea Time. I'm waiting for my co-host to introduce herself.
Okay, I'm Danielle Bruin.
And so I know you know Haley, way over there, the cat. And in between the cat and Danielle is Ruthie. Ruthie, what's your last name?
Bruin.
Oh, wait, of course. Okay, well, I never know. Okay, that would be Danielle's mom.
This is my mom.
We love Ruthie's you're just getting kind of into the whole new media, social media stuff, right?
I'm still trying to figure out Facebook.
Good. See, and you know what? A lot of you guys, exactly. A lot of you guys
can relate.
So we're going to help Ruthie we're going to get you, our goal is to get you to the next phase. So you're going to be so excited, you're going to just want to be on Facebook all night tonight.
And what about Twitter?
Tweeting and all.
No, I don't tweet yet.
She knows the tweet. Oh,
She knows
and what
the
about
term,
blog?
No, I don't have a blog.
See,
Okay.
she's
I
our perfect
I
specimen.
do have my own website, however.
Perfect.
Yes.
What's your website?
SurpriseBehavioralHealth.com.
Oh, that's right. So Ruthie, surprisebehavioralhealth.com, and Ruthie is a hypnotherapist.
From Surprise, Arizona.
Oh, is that why you have? I love that.
Yeah, isn't that great?
What a funny name.
So
for a
one of the
town.
questions that we had for Ruthie is whether or not you've ever used Skype for hypnosis.
I have not yet. I haven't used Skype for hypnosis. I use Skype to keep in touch with my family.
Yeah.
So you know how to use Skype.
I do.
Yeah. And how many of you know how to use Skype?
I don't know how to use Skype.
So we're kind of
need to teach
entering, we're kind of entering, I think, a new realm here with New Media Tea Time, because we actually haven't talked about Skype at all. And the reality is that Skype is a huge avenue for getting across your message and talking about what it is you do, who it is that you are. And this is why we thought it would be a great idea to bring it up with you, because there are a lot of practitioners who teach classes and do some aspects of consulting and counseling via Skype. A little bit. It's starting to happen more and more, though. Right?
Yeah, exactly. And I think it is interesting. I know of other therapists who do that, who've done the Skype with. I mean, just think about that. You can do your consulting, whether it's therapy or any kind of consulting, across the world now.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you could have a client in England, right?
Yes.
I mean, and that it's been interesting. I know for me and some of my career counselor colleagues, for the same reason, because especially if you have somebody who's kind of in a career transition and they're wanting to maybe move to another city, it's like they want the traditional therapist or career counselor, they want the traditional avenue of seeing someone face to face, but Skype allows you to kind of get started on that early. And then say they move to LA, they could certainly see me in person. Say they move to Surprise, they could certainly see you in person. But then somehow it almost works. And then I think people kind of get comfortable with that. And then suddenly you can like have your session during lunch and you don't have to drive across town in the traffic. And then you have clients who travel a lot for work and it doesn't necessarily matter. They don't have to miss a lot of sessions. But this, like you said, Tracy, it does go across the board. I think a lot of fields. So I'm on Skype right now.
And
okay, so you're on Skype.
And you just put in your password?
So everyone, what you do, if you haven't done anything with Skype, you should go to skype.com. We'll have it on the screen. And you start there and they walk you through the sign up.
And we're connected there, right? Are we connected now? Because I've got you on my list here. Yep, there you are.
Okay, so there we are. Okay, so we're gonna do a little pretend thing, and we're gonna show you, and we don't want to forget our tea, and we have some chocolate as well that we're gonna share with you guys.
Right. So and what'll happen is, let's say you wanted to call me now. We don't really want to do that right now, because for those of you who maybe have used Skype before, there'll be a feedback that it'll just sound like a loud piercing noise. So we don't actually want to call each other.
Okay.
But let's say you're connected with someone on Skype. They'll pull up on your contacts list. So right now what you're looking at is your contacts list.
So to get, I wasn't sure about how to do that. Okay, so you show up automatically. Why are you on the list without me having to do anything?
Okay, because let's see, I think it was last week when we were finishing up New Media Tea Time and we started talking about Skype a little bit. I looked you up, I did a search, and I found your name in there.
Okay.
And then what I did was I sent an ad request, and you must have accepted it because I'm now in your list.
Oh, okay. Okay, good.
And so what has really worked well with Skype is that if you have searched for someone who you're friends with or family or a colleague or what have you, and they're in your contacts list and you talk to them via Skype through the computer, that's actually all free.
Yeah, and I see a dollar sign here,
Yeah.
and that's for other types of services.
Like if you wanted to call someone to their home phone.
Okay.
So Skype is actually a phone service. You can call to people's home phones.
Okay.
And a lot of times people use it, and you probably know a little bit about this because I know we've done that with traveling, is that you can call somebody from your computer through Skype, and you can actually talk to them on a home phone.
Yes.
And internationally, it's cheaper rates than if you were to call from a.
Okay,
landline.
I'm going to pour iced tea while we're going here. So can we get connected then, Danielle?
I don't know it.
Yeah.
And I'm pouring, I'm going to digress just because I see that we're running out of time. We always have to keep track of the time, you guys, because we want it on YouTube, and YouTube you have to do it under 10 minutes. Just telling you that. That's another techie thing to know.
Yeah, because we
So,
actually haven't talked too much about YouTube.
We haven't said
We'll
much
get
about
to that.
it.
Yeah,
We will.
I think in some future
There's
shows.
a lot to talk about with YouTube, you guys. A lot to talk about video distribution. That's a whole other thing. So
Without a doubt. So this is our tea, and Tracy's going to show you guys that. It's a China Pearl.
China Pearl. Look at the lovely sketch on
and
the
it's
front.
a Celestial Seasonings. You guys know we love Celestial Seasonings.
And
it
notice
is a decaf.
And notice the fabulous little teacups. We don't know if they're Chinese or Japanese. Take your pick. Okay. And here's to Ruthie.
Thank you.
Ruthie,
Thank you.
delicious.
Ruthie came in
This is
from
delicious.
Arizona, so thank you for coming all that way just to be on the show.
So, one of the things that we are wanting to do more and more with New Media Tea Time is not only researching and bringing on different kinds of teas, but different kinds of teapots and ways of serving teas and types
Yes.
of chocolates that you have with teas. And
And
so,
tea behavior.
yeah, tea etiquette and all of that good stuff.
Danielle's name is on my Skype, and you guys will have to just get in there and tweak around and check it out, and then you'll see what we're talking about. But I see your name below mine, which means that we're connected. So then what do I do?
So if you wanted to call me,
Yeah.
you would want to know whether I'm online or not. Now,
Okay.
if there is an X and a gray circle around the X, that means that you are connected to that person, but they're not online.
Okay.
If there is a green circle and a white check,
Okay.
that means you are connected to that person and they are online.
I love
So
this.
if they're online, all you have to do is click on their name.
Click on the name. Okay, so you're clicking on the person you're contacting's name.
And then on the right side, you'll see these different little buttons
Yes.
over here.
Okay.
There's a little green circle with a
Phone.
black little phone, and you click that, and that's how you're calling.
And that's it.
And now it's dialing.
You guys,
I'm not answering.
I am no longer a Skype virgin. I know that's
I'm not going to
cliche.
answer because it's going to go.
But look, we're
me.
Skyping. Okay, this is great. All right, so
And
now I
this
know
is
how
a
to
little bit of a teaser because we
Call
are
us.
going to be having a guest on our show in the future, and maybe even you'll come on as a guest this way again. And
Oh,
we're
we
going to
can
have
Skype, yes.
our guest on via Skype.
This is
So this is only the beginning of Skype, you guys. We're going to talk a lot more about it because it is really cutting edge. It's what a lot of people are using internationally. It's not just here in the States. So it is definitely something you're going to want to get on board with and know a little bit about, even if it's not something you use all the time.
Okay, and we'll Skype, right? Even though we live
Yeah.
very, very, very close.
You have to practice.
We're gonna practice. I can hear them Skyping.
So
over
I know
there in the
Tracy
name.
wanted to get hypnotized today, and I know
I
that
think there's time for that.
I know there's not really possible to do that, but are there any little tips that you can say about hypnosis or?
Well, I'd like to let you know that all hypnosis is really self-hypnosis.
Okay.
And there's
I love
nothing
that.
to be afraid of.
I love it.
You would not do anything under hypnosis that you wouldn't ordinarily
Oh,
do.
I'm already feeling hypnotized. Okay, before we go, I have to tell Ruthie, I was hypnotized with a therapist years ago, and what they did to test is you get into the state, they just, they relax you, and then they ask you to raise your right hand, and literally, I'm not kidding, I'm watching my hand go like this, like somebody else is raising my hand. And it was so one last thing about, thank you, Ruthie, one last thing about the chocolate. Here is my chocolate. I don't know the name of it. It's from a baby shower. It's a chocolate cigar. See you
Next
guys
time.
next time.